going to start off with the magic ring. And insert my hook into the loop. Chain 1. In the bigger loop, I'm going to do 6 single crochets into that centre. Pull up the loop. The shortest strand I'll pull it to close the centre. Insert my hook back into the loop. Slip stitch the first single crochet that was made. Chain 1. In the next stitch I'm going to do 2 single crochets all the way round, giving me a total of 12. Slip stitch into the first single crochet that was made. Chain 1. Get your stitch marker or a wool, place it into the chain 1 space. In the next stitch you need to do 1 single crochet. In the next stitch you need to do 2 single crochets. You repeat the pattern, you'll have 18 on this round. 1 single crochet, then 2 single crochets. And you'll be ending in 2 single crochets every time. Take your stitch marker out. Slip stitch into the first single crochet that was made. Chain 1. Place your marker back into the chain 1 space. Next round you need to do 1 single crochet in your next stitch. 1 single crochet in the next stitch, and then 2 single crochets in the next stitch. This round you'll have 24. Repeat the pattern. Take your marker out. Slip stitch into the first single crochet that was made. Chain 1. Place your marker back into the chain 1 space. This round you're going to do just 1 single crochet all the way around once in each stitch, giving you 24. Take your stitch marker out. Slip stitch into the first single crochet that was made. Chain 1. I'm going to stop at this base. It's slightly curving in, as you can see. This this is enough for my bottle, for the base that I need. I'm happy with this base, but if you need to do bigger or wider, just carry on doing 1 single crochet and 2 single crochets all round. After slip stitching and chaining 1, you need to do another 3 more chain, giving you a total of 4 on that line. That will make your 1 double crochet and chain 1. You miss 2 stitches and you go into the 3rd stitch and you do a double crochet yarn over, insert your hook into the hole, pull up the yarn around 2, into the same hole you do another double crochet, so you've got 2 double crochets in that one hole. Chain 1, miss 2 stitches and you do a double crochet in your 3rd stitch. You do 1 double crochet, chain 1, miss 2 stitches and you're going to do 2 double crochets in the 3rd stitch, and you repeat the pattern. And you just slip stitch onto that first chain 4 that we did. On the 3rd chain you will slip stitch to join. Chain 1. In this round you should have 1, 2, 3, 4 V's going around and 4 of the 1 double crochets going all the way around. After slip stitching chain 1, you insert your hook back into that little hole, into that post, slip stitch again and chain 1. What we need to do next is the fan. To do the fan, you're going to be doing double crochets and we're going to be going into that post and that where that V is. So we're going to be putting our hook into that part. The best way is to sort of like pinch that first V, so like hold on to that post and then you insert your hook so you can see your finger. You insert your hook into that part, pull up the yarn, and you're going to do 5 double crochets into that part. Chain 1, that'll help you turn your work. You completed 1 of the half of the crocodile stitch. Then we need to go into the other part where the V is. We need to go not like this. We're going to be going through this part. We need to go through that part. But the best way to do that is you put your finger on top of the V. So you're going to be working with these parts. Put your finger on top of the V and sort of like hold on to that post so that you can see your finger. You hold on to that post, yarn over, insert your hook into that part and you do 5 double crochets. Once you get your first one in, the others sort of like follow easily, but you do get faster at it once with practice. And chain 1 after doing 5 double crochets, and on that one double crochet post you insert your hook into that part and you just slip stitch, pull up the yarn and slip stitch chain 1. and you've completed one of your shells, your crocodile stitch shell. So I'll repeat that pattern into the next V. Got your V there. We're going to be doing 5 double crochets in that part, and then we're going to be doing it in that part and the opposite part. So hold on to that first post, hold on to that part that you need to go into, slightly turn it to an angle, yarn over, insert your hook and do 5 double crochets into that part. Chain 1. Now we're going to work on the other post, the other half of the V. So hold it with your fingers, get hold of that post, turn it back to an angle, kind of pinch it, yarn over and do your 5 double crochets into that part. Chain 1, and on your 1 double crochet post you insert your hook just on the top, pull up the yarn and slip stitch to join, and then chain 1, and you repeat that pattern again. Yarn over, hold on to that very first V, that post, hold on to him, turn it to like an angle and do your 5 double crochets into that part. Chain 1, and then slip stitch, insert your hook into that post, pull up the yarn, slip stitch, chain 1. And you cut your yarn, and pull up the yarn and secure. You've got one of your whole shells all the way around made. You can weave in your ends as you do them so they don't get tangled up into the work. After completing that round, I just wanted to show you, in between the crocodile stitch itself has 2 lines, as you can see them right at the top. I won't be going in between the gap, I'll be going right underneath. I'll be bringing in my new yarn, blue. I'm going to insert my hook right in between the crocodile stitch, so it's right in between the gap. Pull up my new yarn and chain 4. That will count as your 1 double crochet and chain 1. On the post where it's just 1 double crochet, you'll be doing 2 double crochets on that post. Chain 1, and in between the crocodile stitch or the fan itself you do 1 double crochet. You just repeat the pattern. Chain 1, 2 double crochets on that one post. find our new colour yarn, you slip stitch onto the third chain, chain 1, and then you repeat your fan as we did on that first round. You'll be going into those V's. You pick up your first post, you hold on to him, that very first V that's next to you, yarn over your needle, pick up that very first V, kind of pinch it with your two fingers, pick that one up, insert your needle so you can see your finger, insert your needle into that part, pull up the yarn and do your 5 double crochets into that part. Chain 1. You completed your half of your crocodile stitch. You need to do the other half. So you kind of hold in with your two fingers, bring it to an angle so that you're going to be inserting it that way. So yarn over your needle and start doing your 5 double crochets in that part. Chain 1, and on that one post you just insert your hook, pull up the yarn and slip stitch to join, and chain 1, and you repeat. You've got one of your shells made on your 1 double crochet post, insert your hook, pull up the yarn, slip stitch, chain 1, and cut the yarn. Pull up the yarn, secure the knots. Got 2 lines made. As you need to repeat this pattern for, you need to have 4 white ones going up, 4 crocodile stitch going up, and you need to have 4 blue crocodile stitch going up. Once you completed that, I'll show you what we need to do. As you go along, do weave in the end so it doesn't get tangled in as you're doing your crocodile stitches. When you start your new row, you're going to be inserting your hook in between the crocodile stitch, the fan part. You'll insert your hook into that part, and you'll be chaining 4, which will count as your 1 double crochet, and chain 1. When you get to the post where it's 1 double crochet, you'll be doing 2 double crochets on that part, 1 double crochet on that part, 2 double crochet, 1 double crochet, all the way around. And then when you get to the V, you'll be doing your fan, 5 double crochets on each side. You can continue the pattern to your desired length or how long you want it to be. By completing 4 of each colour, that's going to be enough for my bottle. And when you've completed that, I'll show you what we're going to do next. Put it into that post. Put up the yarn. Slip stitch. Chain 1. Bring up the yarn. Cut the yarn. Pull the loop and secure the knot. And to weave this one in, the chain 4 one, what I normally do is my needle, and I just kind of knot that part because it's kind of still not proper. Just secure it with a knot. Made it tight, and then I'll bring my needle, weave it in to the top, and then behind the fan I'll just weave in my strand to hide the strand and cut my yarn. You need to weave that one in too. Weave that in. Weave it in at the back of the fan. Cut your yarn. Cut your 4 rows made of each colour, and that's just enough for my bottle. Show you. It's perfect. What we need to do now, since there's a little gap at the top, just got to do 2 single crochets going all the way around. You can use the white as your base for the top part. I'm going to be using blue, so I'm going to just do a slip knot. Insert my hook into that loop. Just tighten it up. And insert it in between the crocodile stitch, right into that centre part, into the middle. Bring up my yarn. Chain 1. And then I'm going to do a single crochet. If you look in between the crocodile stitch, there's you can just lift them up. There's 2 loops. We're going to be single crocheting in that loop, and in between the gap. So I'm going to be doing a single crochet in each of them. I'm going to single crochet into that gap. Single crochet on the one post, single crochet into that gap, into the crocodile stitch, just on that gap, and the 1 double crochet, post, single crochet, and you lift that part up again, and you're going to do single crochet in those parts, in those 2 parts. And last, I go back into that crocodile stitch, and you're back to where you started. So you do a single crochet on top of the single crochet. This time I'll put my marker, and do 1 more line of single crochet, all on top of each other, all on top of each of the single crochets that were done. Take your marker out. Do a slip stitch to join, pull up the yarn, Safely cut your yarn. Secure the loop. You can just weave that part in, weave that strand in. Weave it inside the bottle warmer to hide your strands. Just going in and out, in and out. I'm working on one of the fans. I'm working on that part of the fan, but on the back side, just to hide my strand. Cut my yarn. Let your bottle warmer made. Try out the bottle one more time. It's gone in, fits perfectly. It's got a really nice grip. And it's got a nice rim to go all the way as well. It's got a nice grip. Nice base. Thank you for watching. Hope I didn't go too fast. And give thumbs up if you like the video. And if it's first time viewing, please subscribe so you don't miss a video. Thank you for watching.